Welcome back to the Shipyard. I have slept, so this one should make far more sense than the Enterprise E did last night, this morning. I apologize. Wave 24's IRW Algeron, uh, aka the pack where the rulings don't make sense but the cards do. Go try to wrap your head around that. Alright, the Algeron. This is the first one where the ruling doesn't make sense. It's a 3132 D7 class. Yes, the Romulans got D7s, mostly because TOS had very limited budget and they had the ship model and they said, oh, well, the Romulans can have this one too. It makes enough sense canonically. They bought them off the Klingons and gave the Klingons some outdated cloaking tech. Yay. Anywho, uh, the named ability. When attacking with your primary weapon, if your ship is not cloaked, during the declare target step, you may perform a one straight before choosing an enemy ship to attack. Sounds great, right? You look around, you go, who do I want to shoot? I don't know. I'll do a one straight and then decide. Right? Right? Makes total sense. Yeah, the ruling came out that said if the ship wasn't in your arc beforehand, you can't actually target them. What? How how in the world does that work? Ignore it. Completely ignore that. Play this card as it's written because there's nothing confusing about this card. Nothing whatsoever. Um, yeah, you just get a nice one straight. It's a little extra move before you shoot. You can close in on range. You can get into range. Totally fine. Yeah. Now, it's not a great ship, but it's a ship. And it's a Romulan ship that gets tech slot, crew, weapon. It's all fine. Decent maneuver dial, right? It's Klingon maneuver dial. It's going to move. Um, Downside is no rear arc. That hurts the torpedoes a bit. Generic is generic, loses the tech slot. It does have the D7 discount, which is nice. And what it means is that the Algeron's very overpriced. So take that for what it's worth. All right, Captain and then Admiral Liviana Sharvanek is a skill 5, 3-point with talent slot action. If your ship has the cloak action on its action bar, place a cloak token beside your ship, then immediately perform an additional action from your action bar as a free action. Cool, right? You can cloak, then you can echo. You can cloak and target lock. All kinds of stuff. You're basically just getting a free cloak. And that's a great ability. Sharvanek is a decent admiral. So, yeah, I'm good with her. Tal. Tal says if your ship is not cloaked, okay, fine. Romulans mostly like to cloak, but yeah, if your ship's not cloaked, you can perform a battle station action as your standard action, even if battle stations are not on your action bar. You cannot perform any free actions during the round in which you use this ability. Okay, so you can't use Tal and Sharvanek at the same time, but that's okay. I Yeah, Tal isn't bad for 3 skill. 2 points is fine. Um, Tal has some interesting application on the scimitar. Um, I don't love him because of the low skill, but if you're playing, say, in a low skill game or some other missions where it's not absolutely critical to have the high captain skill, you can make use of Tal. Here's Sharvanek as an admiral, so you get the fleet action to do everything that she does. And again, she's interesting as an admiral. All right, first elite talent. Only elite talent? No, first elite talent. Cloaked attack. When attacking with your primary weapon during the roll attack dice step, you may discard this card, spend your cloak to gain +2 attack dice. Okay, that's okay. Um, it's 5 points. It's a discard. That that's a bit pricey. But spending your cloak token means that your shields stay down because you don't get to raise your shields until the end phase. And you don't get bonus defense dice because defense dice, while cloaked, are tied to you having a cloak token. It's why the effect remove a cloak token is far better than flip a cloak token to its red side. Okay, so you have to be really, really sure that you're not getting attacked. Either all the ships have already shot at you, or all the ships who could shoot at you are out of arc or out of range, right? Or you can absorb that kind of fire. And I don't like taking that kind of shot. It's just not worth it. I mean, 2 extra attack dice could make the difference. It could let you destroy a ship that's coming at you. But you better have the high captain skill to back it up. That's all I gotta say. Cloaked Attack to me, just not a card I'm willing to pay for and run because of all the downside that's associated with it. But it's a potential thing. Command Pod. When defending, during the compare results step, you may discard this card to cancel any 1 die result. Okay, fine. This upgrade can only be fielded by a captain assigned to a D7 class ship. Again, fine, but canceling a hit or crit should not cost me 4 points and only let me do it once. It's the stupid Romulan tax here, right? They get a couple of good cards, Interface Generator, Cloaked Minds, and then everything else they have is ridiculously expensive. But Command Pod is just, it's a nice idea until you see the cost and you go, huh? Why? Plasma torpedoes are interesting. They give me the time tokens, but these are only the 4 attack die ones. I want the 5 attack die ones. I do get to reroll all my blanks, which is, again, nice, but I need 5 dice to make it work. And I'll pay 5 dice, or I'll pay more points for 5 dice. Just the 4 die ones aren't going to make a difference to me. All right, Impulse Drive. This card was worded so poorly it had to be errated right from the start. So here's the errata version. You may disable this card when you perform a white maneuver if there is an Ox Power token beside your ship. If you do so, you must still skip your perform action step. You may then remove an Ox Power token from beside your ship. No ship may be equipped with more than 1 Impulse Drive upgrade. Okay. So it's you're getting to remove an Ox on a white, but then you don't get actions. So I guess you're less predictable with your movement, which is fine and good because maneuver predictability can kill you. If your opponent knows where you are or knows where you're going to be, which they kind of figured that they can kind of figure out where you're going to be if they know that you're going to do a white. If they know that you're going to perform a green, right? Your greens are very limited on just about any ship. If you have all of your white options, then you're flexible. I don't like losing your action still. I think this card actually would have been good if it let you treat the white as a green, which we have other tech that do that and that cost 2 or 3 points. And I don't see the problem with that kind of card. So Impulse Drive is rough, and I wish it was better. All right, and the last card in this pack, we're already done. The Only Crew is a Romulan Technical Officer. Action: disable this card to place a scan token beside your ship. You cannot perform the scan action as a free action this round. Okay, fine. This upgrade may only be purchased for a Romulan ship, and no ship may be equipped with more than one Romulan technical officer upgrade. Okay, so this is a way to get me a scan action. The problem is, it then costs me 2 actions to do it again. Scanning is not good enough to warrant a double action. With time tokens, this would have been fine. Then I can't scan every round, right? Toss 2 time tokens on this. Or just make it an action. Action, place a scan token beside your ship. Then that's a fine 2-point card. But, yeah, an action disable kills it for me, because then the next round I've got to action remove the disable, and then the following round it's action Romulan technical officer to place my scan. You see the problem here? I just can't get around spending multiple rounds to scan frequently. I don't want to do nothing productive on that off round. So I can't support this card. Now, that all being said, this pack's okay. Cloaked attack, not great, but viable, somewhat. Charvanek, good admiral. Tau, fringe captain, off meta captain, but kind of weird. Charvanek as a captain, still kind of interesting. And the Algeron, as long as you play it by sensible rules, is good. Boy, the Algeron feels like the first time I vehemently disagreed with a Worf ruling and went, there's no logic to that at all. A lot of other times I would disagree with something and go, okay, but I at least understand where they're coming from. The Algeron, I went, but you killed it before it ever had a chance to work. So, anyway, maybe bringing this back up revisits the point and lets them go, oh, maybe we should fix that. I doubt it. I doubt anyone from WizKids watches this. But, anywho, that's it for me. Thank you all for watching. And as for the Algeron, honestly, you can skip it. But if you do happen to find it and you want to get it, by no means are you getting a clunker. The Algeron is playable, and so is Charvanek and Tau. So you're at least getting a few things worthwhile. All right. Again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.